Hello, 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 family. Your girl is out here on her trusty, rusty lawnmower out here doing what she do, cutting the grass, getting the yard beautiful. But as I was sitting out here, I got to thinking about some things. I got to thinking about this food stamp SNAP program. And I got to thinking about how hard it is for so many families out there to feed their kids. And we want to know why that is. Why is the struggle so real in this food stamp war that they got going on about cutting the food stamps? And now you're seeing people, I am seeing people out on this internet that I never, ever, ever thought would be out here fighting for food stamps. They said food stamps was mainly poor people, minorities, black people on food stamps and things, that and the other thing. But I'm seeing a lot of my Caucasian brothers and sisters that are out here, and they're out here screaming at the top of their lungs about their food stamps getting cut off, their food stamps getting taken away, this, that, and the other thing. I don't know if maybe sometimes people think their scream is different than anybody else's scream. It doesn't matter what color you are, what walks of life you come from. When the food stamp program is being cut, it's being cut across the board. SNAP benefits were never meant for you to lay back and just lay on the system forever and taking up all the money from somebody else who may really need it. A lot of times, what I'm seeing of the people that are crying about this situation, you may need a subsidy to help you get along. But yet and still, I think about the times that I was raising my children and how only every blue moon I had to get some help. Don't get me wrong. I had to get a little bit of help here and there. But it was always that mindset of saying, I want to fend for myself. I want to stand on my own 2 feet. I don't want these people in my business. I don't want have to report to somebody every little thing I do. Every place you go, who's in your house, what you eating. And then you go to the store and you would see the very same food stamps that they claimed didn't stretch a whole month because people were never given a shopping class. They were never, ever given a lesson on how to shop, how to budget, how to prepare a cooking class or anything. You would look at young people with 3 or 4 head of kids in the grocery store buying cartloads of potato chips and cookies and things that were not of no nutritional value whatsoever. Stuff that was not going to even help them make it from month to month, because you know those sweet things, you eat them up right away. And when you eat them up right away, you've ate up a big portion of your stamps for the month. And so it would go to a place where they were not allowed to buy these things, not because of being cruel, but because they don't understand that these things are not helping them make their food stamps last for the month. And then somebody got slick. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Somebody got slick and they realized they could buy gas with food stamps. They realized they could buy hair and nails with food stamps. They realized they could pay their bills with food stamps. They realized they could trade these food stamps in and sell them to other people. These are things that was being done, y'all. These are things that were being done. We might as well call a thing, and somebody might as well tell the truth. But let me tell y'all something. Now we're in a place where people are screaming. They are on these lines screaming about these food stamps. Screaming, literally screaming that they need these food stamps to make it. They need this, that, and the other thing. But yet and still, a lot of them that are complaining are driving some of the finest cars, wearing some of the finest clothes. They don't look like does food stamps have a look? This is what people are saying. How can you drive this type of car? Because they said this back in my day too. How can you have a decent car and you need food stamps? What about gifts? Are you not allowed to get no gifts when you're on food stamps? Somebody type it in the comments. If I was to be on food stamps right now and somebody bought me a 2025, do I gotta turn that in? Do I got to sell that? Does that cut my food stamp value? And so I was on food stamps right to this day, and somebody bought me a home. Would I not be able to live in it and still get my food stamps if the home was in my name? I'm sure the answer would be no. And even though my income has not changed, it was gifted. So that means I'm still working on the same income. I'm just living in a better house. I'm still working on the same income, but I was driving a better car. I remember going through this, y'all. I went through this. So this SNAP program that they're threatening to take away was not for just a certain group or a certain class of people. There was so many people that were out there that actually needed these food stamps, and then there was so many people that abused the system that did not need them. But what's going on right today is not about whether you abuse them or whether you need them or not. They just purely are saying that they're going to be cut or they're going to be cut off. They're going to be cut, they're going to be cut off. I don't even think that the people that's making these decisions now even care what you got going on, how many kids you got, what you like to eat, how long you like to eat it, how long you've been eating it, how much you need for your household. They're really just trying to force people out to fend for yourself. It's basically what they're saying. Your ride is over. The free ride is over. It looks like the free ride is over. and you have to get out here and fend for yourself. And I know it feels weird. It does. You know why? Because America has been used to this. We've been living off of this. This has been something that has been done for years, where food stamps have been here for a long time. I remember back in my day, they used to call it the surplus line. You would go down this line and you would get boxes of food and you would take them home to feed your kids. And then as years evolved, things changed, and they had the food stamps that looked like dollar bills, and you had those paper food stamps, and then they went to the card, and I mean, it's just totally changing. So I'm not surprised that we're here to the point where now they're about ready to do away with it, because of the fact that there's so much greed going on now, and there's so much greed at the top now, where they're feeling as though that you at the bottom, it's time for you to get up and fend for yourself. You see these things happening. I've said it over and over again. As you see these things happening, begin to figure out another way to take care of your family, because it's going to happen. And you got some people that are speaking about it that feel entitled. That's the thing. You got some people that get on these lines and they feel entitled, that they're supposed to get food stamps. And you don't understand that the consequences of your own actions about creating families. And I understand that people fall into hardship, but creating families that you can't take care of, creating children that you can't support, creating children, it's hard out here on everybody. So therefore, everybody may not get the same amount. You may not get as much as somebody else, but you cannot keep having babies with the intent that the system is always going to be here. That's the problem. People do not believe that they are above walking away from this situation, or this situation is above being taken away from them. So people are losing their benefits, they're losing their homes, they're losing their jobs, and now we got all this crying and screaming because of the fact that nobody wants to take accountability for how we got into this situation. How did we get here? How did we get in this place? We had our fun. We went out there and jumped all up and down, and we made these babies. We created a whole family, not worried about the fact of the consequences, because we knew that safety net of going to the state, that safety net of being on welfare, that safety net of running out there was there. Come on, somebody understands what I'm talking about, because had it not been there, I really believe that better choices would have been made. And I really think that's what they're trying to do now with this situation. And it sounds cruel, and it feels cruel to some that already got children, and they don't know how they're going to feed them, because they either don't want to go get a job, or they feel as though the job don't pay enough. Sometimes you just got to take what you can get. I don't care if that job pays $10 an hour, $18 an hour, $20 an hour. You ain't got 9 quarters, so you got to be in a place where I'm ready to do whatever I got to do to support and take care of my family. This is where we at now, family. This is where we at. Uplift, motivate, and inspire. And I pray that this message will uplift you and motivate you to get up and go do what it is you need to do to be able to take care of your family in this hour. Just like I don't want to be out here cutting this grass, but I know I don't want to pay nobody $125 to come cut it either. So therefore, I got to do what I got to do. And what I got to do is get out here and get this yard looking like something before the next rain hit. So when I'm thinking about things of this nature, and I'm thinking about how to tell the young girls how to be able to get up and begin to fend for their family, it does not matter. Right now, even the student loans, going back to school really truly ain't an option, because that's not going to feed your family. You need to get up and get a job. Get a job. Get a job, no matter what that job is. Start someplace. It may not be paying you what you wanted to pay you right now, but if you have not worked in years, it will start building you some type of work history. These food stamps that y'all have been getting before this ride ends, and I'm telling you this, if you're still getting your food stamps, great. And before they hit your house, before they decide to hit your mailbox, get up and be able to start figuring out how you're going to start fending for your family. Well, families, if I do that, they're going to cut my food stamps off. Well, you're going to be making money to take care of your family. Let them cut them things off. Let them let you be independent. Teach you how to stand on your own 2 feet. Maybe they'll still be there. If you fall, you can go back and get them. But don't look at it like that. Look at it like as if to say, I'm getting ready to go to work, and I'm getting ready to do what I got to do to be able to take care of my own family. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap be going on out the door, and you'll be able to work, and you'll be able to make your own money, and you don't need no SNAP benefits. You'll be able to have financial benefits, financial freedom. You'll have your dignity, your self-respect. You'll be able to walk into the store and you'll be proud of what you have done, your own accomplishments. I'm just saying, sometimes we got to think out of the box, and we got to look at the fact that we have been hindered and we've been stuck in this place too long. You've been stuck in this place too long, this place of handout, this place of lack, this place of I can't. And you keep telling yourself over and over again, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. When now you're going to be forced to do it, and you can do it. You can do it. You can get up and you can fend for your own family. If you don't have a ride to get to work, start figuring that out too. I'm sure public transportation runs just about everywhere. If not, if you got some friends, if they really your friends, they will help you get from A to B until you can get on your feet. But start thinking about how to build a life of having some things of your own. God bless the child that has his own. God bless the child that has his own. There's nothing like having your own stuff and being able to do what you need to do and go where you need to go with it. I'm just saying, I love you enough to know that you got it in you. It's all in you to be able to do for yourself. We have been created to be able to stand on our own 2 feet. We have been created to survive, and we will survive this thing, and we will survive it together, because we're going to continue to uplift, motivate, and inspire people in this hour. So we're going to continue to keep looking for answers and looking for different ways to do things, and to be able to start building something significant in your life that you can hold on to, that you can be proud of, and you can say, I did that. I did that. So with that being said, I'm just going to drop this right here and get on around this yard with this lawnmower, because I got a long way to go yet, y'all. I'm just starting out. So I'm getting ready to get on out here. But as I was cutting the grass, I got to thinking about all these people that I'm seeing online that are actually crying because of the SNAP benefits going away. And for years they've been saying it was a black thing, but it's not a black thing, it's a people thing. There's a lot of people that are on the SNAP program, and it does not matter what walks of life you come from, what culture you are. There's a lot of them that are getting these food stamps, and these food stamp cut is going to cost a lot of people a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, but it will also make them figure out how much strength is inside you. You'll realize that you will eat. You'll realize that you will figure it out. You will realize that you'll start moving different in the midst of this situation, because had it not taken away from you, you're not going to give them to them. So sometimes things have to be taken away in order for you to get the greater things that God has for you. So I love you. I'm going to go cut the grass. Y'all be blessed. And so you stayed here this long. Please hit that subscription button. Subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up. It helps the channel. Turn on your notifications so you'll be notified when I drop my next video. I love you, and I'm going to get on around this yard and get to cutting this grass. But I pray that there was a nugget in here that somebody can use. Be blessed.